YATRA is a name for a journey. When I say YATRA, then what I mean by that is not just sightseeing. For me, a YATRA is a exposure to an inner journey as well as an outer journey. This inner journey is the most important component for me, what I'm most passionate about. Why? Because I want people to be exposed to surprises, to unexpected environments, to situations that they are not familiar with. Only then we can really discover what is in us and what has not been expressed in the normal familiar life at home. The patterns are broken and exposed is a new part of the self. And I don't know any better place than India for that. Because in India, you cannot count on anything. Right? Even me having traveled to India for so many times, I'm still sometimes challenged by the unexpected behavior of reality. People, environment, structures, and that's wonderful for the inner journey. First of all, you can practice to be serene and calm and clear in the most chaotic circumstances. When you are off balance, then you are challenged to find your center again. And my guidance in the YATRA is focusing on every little detail that a participant, a journeyer can possibly encounter when the waiter is not understanding what you're saying. Who do you become? What's happening in you? Are you becoming rude? Are you becoming irritated? Are you forgetting to say please and be kind? All these things are playing out in everyday life at home. But in India, I can directly work with participants on that, mirroring them, giving them feedback. Hey, you didn't say please. Hey, you forgot this. Hey, what's happening in you when you are on a boat and things are not going the way you expected them to go, and so on and so forth. There are myriads of opportunities every single day traveling together, me being the context, the light, the radar for the participants' inner and outer movements. So that is for me the YATRA. YATRA is a journey from the chaotic sacredness of Varanasi. People ask me sometimes, Mark, why do you choose Varanasi as the entry point for the YATRA? I say, because Varanasi is the most extreme polarity to the structured Western life. In Varanasi, you have everything that you possibly try to avoid at home. And it's in a sacred container. There's cow shit, there are dead dogs, there are swimming cows in the Ganges, there is a traffic, you have no idea what traffic can be like. And sadhus, chanting, arati, starving people, dead bodies. Wow. Who are you when you're exposed to all these raw, vital, essential, wonderful life aspects? That is why I choose Varanasi at the first place. And then from there, we're going to have a wonderful journey into the magic of the Taj Mahal. Then we take the night train up to the foot of Himalayas, Rishikesh. In Rishikesh, we do wonderful things. We go meditate in the Jesus cave, we go taking baths, we go rafting. And every moment, every hour actually, is something different. I chose the experiences of the YATRA so that every day the participant can go through marvel, contraction, suspense, expansion, meditation, and then comes the next ride of whatever. So this is alive. Life exists of dark and light, and both need to be in a dance like the yin and yang. And in India, in the YATRA, with so many different ways of experiencing, this is going to happen. That for me is the essence. What you take away from the YATRA is you are totally expanded. What annoyed you at home in the past, is not annoying you anymore. You say, hey, yeah, you've seen verse and you have discovered that you can be conscious and kind and clear in the most difficult, most challenging situations. And that's exciting. And it all works because we are traveling together. I provide safety, guidance, consciousness. The group creates a container for togetherness, so you're never alone. And all of that helps you to go in a joyful yet challenged way through the expansion of who you are. The YATRA has certain highlights, certain peak experiences where what we do before is building up to it, and then you're fully exposed to it. In Varanasi, for example, it is the Ganges bath. In the morning, taking in a ritualized, ceremonial way, the sacred bath that Hindus since thousands of years are taking. The conditioning of the Western mind says the Ganges is dangerous, is dirty, is all kind of horrible things. And here we go into this water, fully diving into underwater, making ourselves wet in the sacred way. That is an experience that is unique. And what people experience is a purification. How can that possibly be? Exactly. That's one of the highlights. Then in Varanasi, also the exposure to the burning gates. The burning gates are a 24 hours, 365 days a year procession of continuous burning of real dead bodies. This is not Disneyland. This is not a show for the tourists. That is real life. And we are there with a boat very, very close, like 20 meters in distance to the burning bodies. And sometimes when you are lucky, you hear the crack of a skull that is just in the burning process. And all of that exposes you to your own mortality, to your finiteness, to your physical limitations being in this body, in this spacesuit for a limited amount of time. Facing that in the reality is very different from thinking about it, from reading about it. Sometimes we experience it when we are attending a burial at home, a funeral, but here it is feeling differently. It's so natural, it's so part of existence, and it helps you to integrate the big theme of death in a totally new way, on a totally next level. The YATRA in Rishikesh is giving us the magic of nature in combination with visiting ashrams, meditating in caves, taking another bath in the Ganges, doing a white river rafting, and it's just taking us high. The foot of the Himalayas is a sacred spot. There are more than 600 ashrams in that area of Rishikesh. 600. So people and rishis and devotees and seekers since 5,000 years are coming to that spot for a reason. The energy field of Rishikesh is marvelous, is miraculous. And again, we are still in India, right? So there are many experiences that are typically not on a schedule, and the virtuosity to deal with it in a conscious way is part of the experience in Rishikesh. Then in Goa, we expose ourselves to not only the beautiful beaches and dolphin watching, but also ecstatic dance of a level that is unmatched in the whole world. Introduction to tantric principles and floating with the movement of the moment. This are the highlights. The yatra opens sometimes in very small moments, unexpected, when you are in a reaction that closes and have the opportunity now to open, to go beyond the normal mindset, to go beyond the normal reaction, to go beyond the fear, to go beyond the greed, to go beyond the patterns. And then you find yourself smiling, your soul is shining through you, and you're just asking yourself what happens, and all is left is gratitude. An immense gratitude, a serenity that you don't find at home, a gratitude that is just there for no reason, not because something was successful, not because a stranger smiled at you, no, just because. And this is amazing. And this amazement is what you will take home. Particular people at particular stages in their lives feel a calling to go on a yatra like that. The calling comes because now you're ready. You are ready to take your next level of expansion of greatness, to step into that. And you sense and you feel you need to expose yourself to unfamiliar situations in a safe way, however challenging, with a spiritual context that simply expands you and translates those experiences into your everyday life challenges, so that when you come home, you are a different version of yourself, expanded, powerful, serene, conscious. And that is the calling people feel. And that is why they are joining the yatra. My personal diamond in the yatra 2026 is difficult to choose because there's so many jewels. Now you ask me for the diamond. I'm choosing as a diamond the testimonials people have written about their experience of this 2026 yatra. The testimonials were so touching and opening my heart and making my soul smile. Every hardship that we experienced in the yatra, the preparation, the traveling challenges with the start of the Iranian war, all of that is a tiny little bit investment when I take a look at the outcome. And when I take a look at who the people we traveled with, the whole group, each individual, and their light that's shining through the eyes, the words, the energy. That is my diamond. When all of that is resonating in your heart and you hear the voice saying, hey, let's do this, that's the moment for you to make a choice and put the experience of your self-development, the joy, the adventure, the excitement first. Work comes afterwards, and everything in your life can be managed. Check the dates, make the plans, get on the waiting list, and then start looking forward to a once-in-a-lifetime experience. YATRA, India. Namaste.
I have wanted to come to India for a very long time. I couldn't have wished for a better way of traveling through this extraordinary country than being a part of the YATRA with Mark. The YATRA was one of the best experiences of my life. The mix of perfectly curated places and hotels, but especially ceremonies and spiritual practices, made traveling through India unique. This experience of inner and outer journey, facilitated and guided by Mark, is nothing you will come across anywhere else, especially if you are a spiritual seeker. India's magic combined with Mark's guidance is truly a life-changing experience. I am returning home transformed, more alive, happy, and closer to myself again. I chose Mark as my teacher and mentor 3.5 years ago and am continuously thankful and grateful for his incredible wisdom, love, and his support in becoming the truest version of myself.
The YATRA has been the most transformative retreat of those I have done with Mark so far. The small, intimate group, the journey itself through different cities, environments, and energies, the fact that it is India with its light and shadows, the number of days we spent together, 12, and Mark's precise guidance to each of us made this experience something deeply transformative. Experiencing the different facets of the river Ganges and immerse ourselves in the sacredness of it is one of my biggest highlights. I have also appreciated a lot Mark's capacity to take and make teachings from seemingly mundane moments, making sure no opportunity for liberation and expansion was missed. This journey has also served me as inspiration to organize such journeys in the future myself, as I have experienced firsthand the potential of transformation and depth the YATRA carries. I feel deeply grateful to Mark and Alexa for the time and energy devoted to make this journey happen.
A unique experience, like a perfectly curated DJ set, performed with a depth I had never before encountered. An incredible journey through India, guided by my spiritual teacher, Mark Steinberg. A moving journey into my inner and outer worlds, which I never thought possible. The YATRA that changed me forever and will remain unforgettable. It was crowned by the YATRA Sound Bowl, which Mark gave me as a gift, with immeasurable love and gratitude for the experience.
YATRA was for me a truly unexpected multi-dimensional experience. Having traveled spiritually with Mark for already 10 years, I thought I knew the depth this work can reach, and yet this journey revealed completely new layers. The setting of physically traveling added another dimension, where inner and outer YATRA started to merge and influence each other in a very special way. It was, for me, lighter, yet not missing any depth. Stepping into this journey from a no drama to fixed mode opened me up to a light and wisdom I hadn't felt before. The meticulous selection of places and immersions allowed me to feel India from different depths, cultural gems far from the usual, human and deeply personal. Each place felt intentional, opening a different perspective, from raw through aesthetic indulgence and the beauty of nature to laid-back relaxation. The size of the group felt perfect, intimate enough to create a deep, almost unexplainable bond. Living together in this shared, not always comfortable, but nevertheless very real reality, strengthened that connection beyond any other human interactions I had before. Mark, holding space for transformation by walking the walk and showing a different side of himself as a guide, was deeply inspiring to me. His presence with what is real for everyone in that particular moment granted trust in no need to know it all, and allowed me to be guided by the universe itself. The combination of outer chaos and inner spiritual silence was so tangible and transformative, and me opening to something beyond control became essential. it revealed another layer of identity and resistance. And yet, it gave me another twist to my spiritual journey. I also realized that when I am 100% present, even the most mundane moments become deeply spiritual. Seeing each encounter as a message created a new level of integration into my daily life. This journey strengthened my trust in the inner wisdom and quiet brilliance of my own soul. And the goals I had chosen for this yatra, they unfolded naturally as promised. And somewhere along the way, I realized that the magic was never in India itself, but in the way I finally allowed myself to meet it.
For me, the YATRA 2026 was a plunge into the depths, into the unknown, into the sacred darkness, into the vast breathing cosmos. It is a dance of angels and demons between heaven and earth. It is mud, death, hunger, all washed in sacred prayer, illuminated from within, dressed in radiant colors, carried through centuries-old traditions, moving in a slow, ceremonial celebration of life. I am my own diamond of fire. In the depths of this ocean, I met myself. I saw my reflection, whole, powerful, loud, and deeply honest. I heard my own voice, singing a song that is uniquely mine, authentic, tender, and healing. And then I became that song, a doorway, a window, a light for those who are searching. I felt the paradox, the tender, not infinity of life, the cosmic game, the divine play, a playful stage where every soul embodies its role. And I am the song that rises from behind the veil, flowing in perfect rhythm with the beating of hearts, each heart. As one I am alive, I am energy, I am one heart, shared by all, everyone who was part of YATRA. 2026 became my mirror, my continuation. To each of you, I entrusted my journey into the depths of this sacred, dark, mystical river, and from it, I returned untouched, whole, held by something greater. Thank you to this journey, for choosing my heart to walk this path with you, to taste life fully, to dare to be myself, and to meet my own power, my true power, to meet myself whole, to meet myself real with love.
Mark once told me, even if you don't know English, you'll understand India with your heart. That's what happened. But I still studied English, and it also deepened my understanding. Since the English-speaking group was a certain stress for me, but not least, it was also a way out of the comfort zone for me. The group that gathered this year is so bright and multifaceted that I just enjoyed the presence of each participant. First impression of India. Everything happens in one place at the same time. Literally, I think it's a great place to wake up the sleeping brain. My main task was to rest, and I managed to achieve it. Thanks to the organization, hotels, movement around the country, attractions. There was a plan for the day, but no less important, I was not deprived of independence here. And even within the plan, a part was allocated for free time. I'm glad that my acquaintance with India went like this.